Welcome back everyone, we just had a new update this morning bringing some new content to Legend of Mushroom. We have the Guardian feature. I already made a video in the past showcasing that content here, but it wasn't clear because it was based on the Korean server of the game, but now we have that in game, and don't worry if you missed that previous video. I'm gonna showcase everything in detail in this video, right? So the Guardians here, you can summon them in battle. They are gonna help you to increase your stats and deal more damage to the opponent. It is very interesting on the paper, but I don't know yet how it works in PvP and if it works in PvE, so we will check that. You have the remote, so you can have some extra stats given by the different Guardians. You have the merch, you have better rarities depending on the star levels and stuff like that you have on your current... I was about to say Mon Mace. No, they are called Guardians. And you have the summon feature here. You can acquire some daily, and you have some other content in which you can acquire some. Speaking of which, we have a new dungeon that is not open yet. It will open next Tuesday. I have the detail, and it is very similar to a content that we currently have in Mermaid Master. So I'm gonna switch to Mermaid Master to explain to you what I think the new content will be, alright? But first of all, let's go on Discord and let's check the update in detail. Okay, so here I am on the Discord. First of all, they are talking about a new event that is going to take place early in September during one entire week. In that event, you are going to acquire some parts of, I don't know what it is, some parts that you need to collect. The gear, the screw, the battery, the bearing, and the spring, and you can obtain some rewards through that week here. Why not? They are implementing a new limited banner for the star heroes. We had only one banner in the past, so let me go back in game and let's discuss about that, alright? So these are the hero stars, just in case you're asking to me. And you have the star hero listed there. So you can obtain every single one, but there are only two that were limited in the past during 1 week. The kind of Zeus here, the Lord of Champions, that one was a limited SSR unit that we could acquire only through the week during that event, alright? So if you missed it, you can't get it anymore today, but maybe it will come back later, I don't know for now. During the same limited banner, we had this one, pretty nice for a Warbringer, and the other one, by the way, the legendary one, is great for mages classes, alright? So they are adding probably a new SR and a new SSR. And the event duration is gonna start on the 2nd of September, and you will have 2 entire weeks to draw for them, but you will have only a few free pools as always, and so you will need to purchase some packs if you want to obtain some. So good luck! May you have them with the free pools, that will be very nice, but you will be stuck. You won't be able to upgrade them because you will need some stars, and to have some stars you need some duplicates, and so you need to have multiple copies. This is very bad design. This is a pay-to-win game, so whatever. You will have the return of the Gourmet Party, one of the worst events we have in the game. I hate this one. Why not? Some login rewards. Let's celebrate the 1.5th anniversary together. Alright, why not? And they are talking about the new dungeon here, so I am reading that and then I'm jumping on a Mermaid Master so I can explain to you what I understood about the event, alright? To unlock that new event, your server needs to be 52 days old at least, alright? And it's gonna unlock on the 2nd of September, so next Tuesday, so for now we don't have it. Blah 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 blah. We don't care about that. So if you want to know what is that mode, the mode unlocks, you can join other players. So you need to team up with 4 players maximum, and the more the players in your team, the better. Because if I understood, yeah, you know what? Let's just read that, and I'm gonna jump on Mermaid Master. I'm gonna explain to you what is supposed to be that game mode. Alright. Phase 2, you have the exploration. So at the beginning, you are creating your team, normally 24 hours, and then you can start the event. It will start, and it will last 3 days, from Wednesday to Friday. You have some stamina that you can refill over time, and that you can purchase probably through some packs. And you can use your stamina only during that period of time, during the day. You will have different encounters, some chests, some monsters, some random events, merchants probably, I'm pretty sure about that, and some shroomies. So you have a kind of PvP mode inside. I will show that to you, alright? And you can obtain some items and personal points. You have a ranking, and based on your rankings at the end of the week, you will have better rewards, all right? So this is how it works. You have a map with 3 different floors. At the beginning of the event, you are starting on the first floor, and you are clearing all the content on the map, and then you are progressing on the next floor, and so on until you reach the 3rd floor. You can encounter other shroomies, other players, and if they defeat you, then you are gonna go back to the previous floor. So if you are on floor 3, if someone beats you, you are gonna go back on the previous floor, the floor 2, and so on, alright? And you have more rewards when you, the higher the floor, the more the rewards you are getting. So if you can beat other players, then it is going to be better. You will have more chance to be in the top ranking because they will acquire less points than you. And this is basically how it is supposed to work. You can still join or create a team during the exploration phase. You cannot disband or leave a team or remove teammates. Phase 3, the settlement. The event ends at 22 o'clock on Friday. With the ranking settled, personal ranking and team ranking, you will have some rewards. Based on these 2 rankings, the battle rules. Your attack and HP in the mode are determined by your all-time highest power, the dragon cores, coming different levels, which provide different percentage bonuses. You know what? Let's jump directly on Mon-Mate Master, because this is exactly the same event, so you will have some images and you will see exactly how it works. Alright, so this is the event that we have in Mon-Mate Master, the Stormbreaker, and it is very similar. First of all, on the first day, you are creating your team. 4 players maximum, alright? So the higher the power, the more the stats you have to start with, and the better, alright? So you have some merit points that you can acquire through different things that you complete in the event, and you have the rankings here. You have the personal ranking based on your own fame that you acquire through the events, and you have the team ranking, and you are getting some rewards based on your personal and team ranking, alright? So you have a shop. Normally, I suppose that it's going to be almost the same in Legend of Mushroom, in which you can spend your mermaid here. This is what we have in that event in Mon-Mate. Probably we will have something different in Legend of Mushroom, and you can acquire that through completing some events in this event. So you can have purchased a lot of things, alright? Then you have some packs, of course. You can see that here you have a battle pass to acquire more things for the event. You have more stats for the event. You can jump directly on the next map with that, and etc. on the next floor in Legend of Mushroom, and you have some packs to purchase things in immersion in game, so you can have more stats and you can purchase some more stamina. So this is very pay to win, as every event in Legend of Mushroom and Mon-Mate Master. So, there you can see that I have an encounter. You have a 266,000 power on that boss here, and this is the attack and the HP I have. So if I want to handle that fight, I will need to attack 1 time. It's gonna consume some stamina, and this is the damage I'm gonna inflict to the boss, alright? So I need multiple attacks if I want to handle that fight. Or you have a button to ask some help from your teammates, and you can go there, as you can see here. He needs some help here, so I can help him, and now he is unlocked. He's unstuck, so he can continue and spend his stamina to get more points. So this is very important that you do that with your team to progress in that content, alright? I was stuck here and he helped me, so I can continue. And basically, I'm getting some more rewards. So here, I can spend that in the shop to acquire some more rewards for free. This is the merit I'm getting. Or maybe this is the merit, I don't even remember. No, this is the fame, and I don't remember. No, this is the fame, and this is the feats. I don't know what is that exactly, I don't remember. And you have some more rewards in the game. So you have the map here, you have some encounters. I'm gonna get stuck on this one. You can attack, and if you cannot beat that, you can see here that I have a timer. I need to wait 2 hours before attacking again, or I can click on mark. And once I do that, my demand is here, so the other players of my team can come, attack. They will have more rewards after helping me, and I will have more rewards as well. So it is important to coordinate with your teammates in that content to have more rewards at the end, basically. Or you can skip, but if you do that, you are not gonna get the rewards. You are spending more stamina if you want to skip, and your teammates are not gonna get extra rewards. So the more you coordinate with your other team members, the better, alright? So I am not gonna do that, but you have the principle. And during the event, you are getting some items here that are increasing your power, your attack, and your HP. The more the HP you have, the more the other players are gonna struggle to beat you. So the better it is for you, and the more the attack, the faster you will kill the players or other encounters. You see here, for example, I am lacking just a bit of power to handle that fight by my own in one attack only. And you have some feats here. I don't know how it is gonna be on Legend of Mushroom, but depending on the fame you have, you are getting more stats. A better feat, in fact. A better fleet, not better feat. And you can encounter some merchants here. You have some coupons that you can get through some events in the content for free, or you can purchase some through the packs you have in the game, basically, and you have more stats given by these items inside, and you have more fame, of course. So yeah, this is pay to win. So the more your team is spending, the better. Okay, so that was all about the new content here, the new dungeon that we will have very soon in the game. And then let's talk about the Guardian system, alright? So first of all, you can summon Guardians with the free daily attempts or use some diamonds to buy some summon stones. The Guardian fights alongside you with a combat skill, combat passive, a deployment bonus, a remold skill, some more stats. In fact, this is what it is. And they activate their effects when you deploy them in battle. They have different qualities, and the higher the quality, the more the stats and the effects that they give you in battle. The battle assistance, when you start the battle, you summon your Guardian, so they have a cooldown then, and you can summon them again in battle, so multiple times. Each summon grants a damage boost for the character. Deployed Guardians provide deployment bonuses and remold skill bonuses. Hero Soul Guardians grant 30% of their deployment bonus and remote skill bonus even if they are not deployed, alright? So that is very important to have that in mind, in my opinion. Guardians attack the enemy Guardians first in battle and only move to the other targets once the Guardians in front are defeated, alright? So they can help you, and probably the strongest the Guardian you will have, the better, and it can help you to handle a very strong fight in battle. The more you spend in game, the stronger will be your Guardian and the easier it will be to beat other players. I suppose that even if you spent a crazy amount of money in the past, if you spend today on that feature, you will beat other players that had way more power than you before if they decide not to spend for that. But I can be wrong. We will see that in the near future. Guardian merge. The low quality Guardians can be merged into high quality Guardians step by step. Each merge costs several Guardians of required quality and star levels. Hero Soul Guardians cost extra prismatic stones to merge, so we need a specific item to do the merge. And the merge result inherits all existing skills of the main Guardian, and any new remold skill grants a random stat. The remold skill. Each Guardian has remold skills which increase with their quality, so the higher the quality, the better the remold skills, of course. New remold skills unlock at designated star level, so the more the duplicates you have, the more the stars on your Guardians, the more the efficiency and the new things you unlock. Remold skills provide stat bonuses. You can use remold stones to refresh remold skills and choose to replace them or continue remodeling. I suppose that it is working almost the same as for the divining path. And you have an event during 3 days, starting today, in which you can acquire some more summons. So let's check that in game. So this is the event, alright? So you have a tree here. The more that you summon, the more you get in the tree. You have some daily tasks to complete here to get more summons. And you have some packs, of course, if you want to acquire some more. So I'm just going to complete everything and then we are going to check the Guardians, alright? Alright, everything is complete here. I can go to summon. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to summon some, alright? You can summon 10 for free daily. And then you have the stones that you acquire probably through the new content we will have. And through some packs, of course. I suppose that if I check the shop, normally we should have some stones here. Not sure about that. It is not mentioned in the patch note, but generally when they are adding something, they are adding the things here. But apparently no, not for now. Cool, alright. So let's get in here. Summon. Gonna summon 5. Oh, you have the probabilities on the right first. I got 2 blue shards, I got 1 entire green, and 2 shards of green, alright? So let's check the probabilities. 1.10% chance to get a purple, which is the highest rarity we have at the moment. 6.60% to have a blue. 12% to have a green, and then you have 7.7% chance to get some shards of green, some shards of blues, and some shards of green. Here you have more rates, okay? So 1% chance to obtain one entire directly. That would be great to have one during that video. Let's see if I have some luck. You have the free draws, green shard, a green shard, a green shard again, an entire green, a green shard again, and you have the daily here. Oh, seriously? These are called free draws? Who is gonna spend 15,000 diamonds a day? My goodness, this is insane. And I got only shards for now. Oh fuck, I skipped that, I don't know what I got. So if I go to Guardians, let me check what I have. The combat skill. While the Guardian exists, increase final damage raised by 16% and piled attack speed by 18%. Attacks on non-Guardian units deal 110% mixed damage. I don't know what is the mixed damage here, but this one is probably great for a power class. And what is the combat passive? Summon the Guardian 2 seconds after the battle starts and again every 15 seconds. Summoning increases the character's final damage boost by 4%, stacking up to 8 times. Final damage boost by 4%. The Guardian loses 10% max tenacity per second. Probably his HP, I guess. I don't know. If I jump on the green one, while the Guardian exists, increase the final damage raised by 12%. Attacks of non-Guardian units deal 50% mixed damage. So I will have 50% more mixed damage, alright? Energy regen 6%. And more damage. And this one, yeah, this is the same. Wait, you have some orange? But we can't summon them. We need to have the purples first and then convert them into orange. While the Guardian exists, increase the final damage raised by 48%. All shields affected by 30% more. Oh my goodness! It looks insanely strong. Summoning increases the character's final damage boost by 8%, stacking up to 8 times. The Guardian loses 10% max tenacity. If it is stacking the buffs over time, the longer you remain in battle, the better, I guess. So one more time, you are gonna have a huge advantage if you are in Martial Stage. I'm not sure about that. There are a lot of things to try, but so far it is a bit blurred to me. So these are the ones I have. So if I go to remodel, you can change the one you have. You have some global stats here, and you need some of these stones to replace the stats here. So it is looking like almost the same as the dividing path for now. But you need these if you want to polish or replace. You have the auto thing here. And the details. These are all the stats you can acquire. So you have the global attack, crit rate combo, counter strike, evasion, pal crit, pal combo, tenacity, global tenacity, the T-pen, I don't know what is that. Maybe we have some details somewhere. Ignore combo, ignore counter. Oh bro, you have so many stats that you can acquire through that content, plus the dividing path. Everything is changing in the game. This is gonna be very hard. So there, you have the merge sections. You need 5 green 1 star to get a blue, probably 1 star. Then the same for the blues to get a purple. Then the same for the purples to get a better star. So the more you spend, the more you get, the more you summon. Oh my goodness, this is insane. You know what? Let's get in that event. Let's see if I can claim a few things in here. So I'm getting some more of these. And some of these, and it is very expensive. So if I decide to spend $50 today, I'm gonna do that just to see how it works exactly. If you are spending, don't forget to use my promo code on Aptoide. By doing that, you are supporting my channel. I'm getting a percentage, 5% of your spending, so I can reinvest that in the game and try more things later. and you are getting some cash back as well, so thank you so much. But don't forget, this is only a game after all, so don't feel forced to spend. Spend only to have some more fun in the game, alright? Otherwise, better stop playing the game if you feel forced to spend to have anything inside, alright? So I got a few, so let's get in here. I'm gonna summon some more and let's see if I have some luck. Only shots for now. I got 2 blues. 1 green. Only shards. Only shards. 1 blue. 1 green. Only 1 green. Oh, come on. The rates are so bad. Not even a full purple. I had a 1% chance it can happen, but it didn't want to happen here. Alright, so I have 2 more and I got some more shards, so whatever. Fuck my luck. Let's check. 6% chance to get a blue. I got multiple ones. 1% chance to get a purple. Yeah, you have the shards here. Alright. So I got 2 shards of this one and I need 50 if I want to merge it into a full one. Which is very bad. Look at the few amount of shards I had everywhere. I can't even get a green. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna deploy this one and I will need to do some tests. So if I go to remodel, global tenacity or ignore counter, crit rate. Let's say that I want to polish this one. Global attack, replace. Okay, green global tenacity. I don't know what is the tenacity, to be honest. Is it written somewhere? The remote details? You don't have the detail here. You can't check that. So let's continue polishing that. And I have nothing left already. And so these are the blues I have at the moment. And I can have a purple. So you know what? I suppose that I'm going to merge them into a purple. So let's cancel that. Go to merge. Select all. Merge. And I will have my first purple. Final damage res. And a high damage. Perfect for me, I guess. Deploy. And what is the combat passive here? The character's final damage boosts by 6%, stacking up to 8 times. The Guardian loses 10% max tenacity per second. Why not? So this is what I have at the moment, and so this is how it works, basically, all these interfaces here. Now it is time to check how it works in battle. And by the way, I summoned some more, so I suppose that I can claim a lot more things here, so I'm gonna summon some more after that, alright? Let's focus on PvP now. So they changed the icons apparently. So probably you have a unique icon for everything, for every class. You have an axe for the Warbringer and you have a sword for the Martial Sage. So it is better to identify what class you have in front. So this is very nice. Let's go and face a Matskir. I'm gonna use for that my War versus Martial Sage build. Challenge. Let's see what is happening in battle. Oh, you can see my Guardian is here. You have no Guardian in front, so I'm summoning here multiple times and it is dealing some damage to the opponent. So this is how it works. Normally I have more stats than before, and yes, of course, way more stats. I was able to handle the fight super easy in comparison with before. Let me check here. Supreme Spirit. This is the offensive build. So I'm switching to the Warbringer build. And can we see if they are using that, by the way? I don't think so. Let's see the fight. No, he doesn't have any for now, so... Alright, just a little bit more efficiency than before on him. So not a big difference. So let's check on Dino. Okay, he has 1. So mine died first, and so he's attacked me after that, after defeating my own Guardian. So this is basically how it works. For now, it doesn't provide a lot of things in battle. But I need to do more tries to understand better how it works. Let's see if in campaign, yeah, you can summon in it campaign here, so you can push more the campaign. Let's see in the different contents here. I'm just gonna complete a few quests so I can claim more keys. So I can see if it is working in the different content in the game. Let's see in the thief dungeon. Alright, it is appearing in every content of the game. Yeah, look at that, it is here. So very interesting. So I suppose that if I go in the Pantheon trial, it will also work. Yes, it does. It appears with me here. So maybe the Pantheon trial is gonna be even worse than before. Because the pay-to-win players are already very hard to beat today, but if they spend even more, they will have a crazy amount of power increase thanks to the new feature. No, I just want to leave for now. And this is gonna be very hard. I suppose that here, okay, I cleared everything so I can't show that to you, but probably it will help you for that content. It seems like you have that for every single content in game, so if I go here, I suppose that I will summon the Guardian first, and yes, it is here, so it is helping to deal some damage in every single content in game. Very interesting content on the paper to have more stat and more strategy on your character. Imagine, you can have a lot more combo, counter-strike, crit rate through the Divining Path and the Guardians now, so later the strategy will be increased by a lot. But it's gonna be more complicated and I will need a lot of time to redo all my builds on the game depending on the Guardian Spirits and the stuff like that that I'm getting. Let me know what you think about that in the comment, guys. Have a really nice day. That was Aptoide. Take care and see you on the next video. Bye bye.